So we got to talk about something that happened on The View yesterday. Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran made a fat joke at Whoopi's expense. Well, things got super awkward. Take a look.
And when you get finished with those jeans and decide you don't like them, give them to me. I'm going to make 2 pairs.
Oh, right. Oh, Barbara.
Okay, so now we don't like you. What's the wait. Let me just tell you something.
Yeah.
Sarah Haynes and Jill Biden wore that dress already on TV.
That's not true.
So Barbara did apologize for the joke. Take a look at the video that she tweeted out after the show.
I made a joke at Whoopi's expense, which I now realize wasn't funny. For anyone who I may have offended unintentionally, I just want to say I really am very sorry.
Erica, what did you think of this?
I want to talk about Anna, because she stepped up straight out the gate to be like, listen, basic lady. Basic lady, you aren't even that clever because, look, you're wearing something that's already been worn twice on the show.
But was it her place to do that?
It was her place to do that, and I liken it to this. I will never forget when we had the Cosby attorneys on, and they started questioning Jeff. Mm-hmm. And Sam stepped in right away and said, Jeff is not on trial here. So, yes, they are colleagues, and it's important that they have each other's backs, because when you are in that position, as Whoopi was, and I do understand she has a relationship with this woman, but what she said felt very mean-spirited, and it was disparaging against Whoopi. So the idea that Anna stepped up in that moment, it tells you what type of teammate she is. And it tells you what type of teammate Sam is.
Thank you, Erica.
Yeah, I remember that moment. I could have gotten in some trouble.
I was watching that.
And I would have answered their questions had you not jumped in. I always say that to you, though. I always say that. But Barbara not being on her team, or quote unquote on the show, if Barbara was on the show, would that give her a little more leeway to push jokes a little bit further?
I think so.
Like how we do. Maybe not to that extent, but is it different because she's a guest on the show? Had she been on the show, to Erica's point, is it okay to push the boundaries a little bit?
Let's take it away from the talk show table, because everybody can relate to that, but everybody can relate to having just friends over. And there's different relationships, different bonds with everybody. You guys are all in the kitchen cracking jokes. We can say whatever we want to each other. But if I bring a friend and he makes a comment about Erica's hair, and that you're going to say something, because those jokes are way too early. You don't have the relationship with us to make that joke. So I don't know if she got up that morning and said, I'm going to attack Whoopi.
Well, they're really close.
Yeah, but whatever, she missed on the joke.
Yes.
She just missed. And that as a comic, I'm always scared to shut down jokes that miss, because terrible jokes and hilarious jokes come from the same birth. And if we shut down the terrible ones, we're not going to get the good ones, and we need those.
That joke just wasn't funny. It's mean-spirited. I agree with Erica, but I do want to read her response. This is Whoopi's response to Barbara's apology video. Barbara, we have been friends forever, and I know your humor. I knew you were kidding.
Sam, do you think she should have bailed her out if she felt like that? Should she have bailed her out right there on the moment? Because a tweet an hour later doesn't help her, because everybody in America is looking at her like, how dare you say that to our Whoopi?
I don't know how Whoopi felt in the moment. And maybe Whoopi had a change of heart after thinking about it after an hour. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to try and imagine how someone must feel when they're being made fun of on national television, even if it was in quote unquote good fun. Erica, you want to put a button on this?
Sure. I think that for Whoopi to tweet that is really saying, regardless of how she felt, maybe she doesn't need to be completely taken down in this moment by this lapse of judgment. And that's, I mean, Whoopi was being a better friend to Barbara than Barbara had been to her. And sometimes that's how you got to play it.
Mm-hmm.